Hi everybody, welcome to Cooped Up. Well, it is so windy outside today that I couldn't film a video for this week. It was just insane. I had dust in my eyes and the chicken feathers were everywhere and just the camera was blurry and the wind was whooshing so loud you can't even hear me talk to you guys. So that's okay, because the topic I was going to speak to you about is planning your garden in terms of thinking about what your chickens need and what you need to avoid when you have chickens. And of course, if you've been watching this video series with me here for this whole year we've been together, you'll know that I talk a lot about gardening because I think gardening and chickens go hand in hand. Of course, you can have one without the other, but why not enjoy the benefits of both, right? So anyway, 2 weeks ago, I had a video about chicken manure and how you can use it in your garden and how I put it in my garden to get ready for spring and planting. And so today, I'm getting ready for my garden by actually plotting out my garden. I'm making a garden plan. And this is a great thing to do, even if you're just a regular gardener and you're not worried about chickens. It's just helpful to figure out the right amount of space you need for each plant or what plants you want next to each other so that everything gets the right amount of sunlight. It's good for crop rotation. That's always something you want to consider. But for me, I like to plan and think about where the ladies are going to be or not be. Because if you remember some of my videos from last fall, they sure like to get into those plants sometimes, especially the zucchini. So this year I'm going to make sure I plant extra zucchini so that when those sneaky girls get under those leaves and get at those zucchinis of mine, that I will know, or at least be prepared to lose some to them, lose some to bugs, whatever. But this is how I do my garden plan. I just use a little graph paper and I plot out the size of my garden bed and I just write in where I think each plant is gonna go and how many each plant. The thing I was keeping in mind today while I was doing this is that chickens should not eat tomatoes, and the ladies were good last year and didn't bother the tomatoes at all. So I'm thinking about that when I plant my tomatoes. I kind of want them a little bit further away from the coop so that it doesn't attract their attention. Versus, things like mint and catgrass. Chickens like those, and they are also good at keeping pests away, so I'm going to put those right next to the coop. So really, garden planning it's just that. It's all about thinking what plants you want where and what could benefit the ladies and what I want to keep them out of. Like I said, I'm going to plant extra zucchini, and I've also got I wrote on my second sheet here that I'm working on that I have my cucumbers in this one corner, and I'm going to have the climbing fence around it. That'll keep the ladies away from the cucumber blossoms because they like those yellow flowers. I also don't want them to be able to scratch up all the lettuce. Chickens like lettuce, but I want them to not just be in it all the time. I'll give it to them when I want them to have it. So I'm going to put that in one of my taller raised beds. I have these new blue barrels that I recycled and turned into garden beds. So I'm going to plant my lettuce in one of those this year to keep it up and out of the way. And I'm doing the same thing with beans because chickens shouldn't eat raw beans. Some beans are okay for them if they've been cooked, but when there's green beans and other kinds of beans and peas growing on the vine, I want to let those grow and keep the curious ladies from pecking at them and eating the bean seed before it has been cooked. because that can be detrimental to their health sometimes. So again, chickens are wonderful and gardens are wonderful, and I love having both, and they can benefit each other by having food and fertilizer. But you do want to think things through and have a plan. It doesn't hurt to lay out your garden ahead of time on a piece of paper, since it's not time yet to plant, but I'm going to keep this on my little bulletin board at home, and when it's finally warm enough and sunny enough and planting time, I can just get out my plan and make sure I have my plants or my seeds and put them all into place. So I hope you all are well and happy, and that you didn't get blown away by the wind today. Definitely, weather is always a factor in Wisconsin, isn't it? But anyway, I hope you keep calm and love chickens, and I'll see you next time. Bye!